Kizzy says hi. Bless. I've been gamer tagged by Chipsturs, James. Thank you, James. So having one or two old consoles and computers sitting around, and a few games here and there, how on earth do I choose my three favourites? My first thought was, go for nostalgia. And if I was going to do that, well, the first one I would go for would be the Atari 2600. And the top game for that would be Battlezone, I think. Failing that, it would have been Pitfall, but it's a close one. Next up for nostalgia would have been the Acorn Electron. You'll be quite familiar with that by now, with all the videos I'm putting up. And top game for that would have been Elite. Third for nostalgia would be the Sega Mega Drive, and the Mark I at that. I think the Mark IIs just don't have the same charm at all. And top game for that would have to be Sonic the Hedgehog. No contest. But I'm not going for nostalgia. I don't think, just because I have that feeling of nostalgia for these systems doesn't make them my favourites. I like them a lot, but there are other ways that I rate systems. One of them, I'm very fond of some systems because they're quirky. Generally they failed because they were quirky, but it's that very quirkiness that makes me like them. And one of those in particular is this, the Nintendo Virtual Boy. I mean, it failed terribly when it went to market. You know, Nintendo dropped it within a year of putting it in production because just no one was buying it. But I love it. I think it's great. The 3D effect is fascinating. The games, well, Red Alarm is awesome, and that would have to be my top game for this. No, quirky as hell, complete failure, love it. Next in quirky failures would be the Sega 32X. Again, this Sega dropped it very quickly. Sales were terrible. You know, no one took it seriously, but I think it's great. I love the games on it. Virtua Racing. I remember one Christmas just spending the whole Christmas playing Virtua Racing, and Doom in fact as well. And they were just bloody awesome, really. I mean, it was out. The Saturn wasn't out by then. It stomped on anything the Mega Drive could do. The only things that could come near it really were like a souped up PC, and I didn't have one of those. It was the best thing I had played in the home, and I just came to love it. And I really like them. They're quirky. The games are great. There aren't enough of them, but what there is, I really like. Next up in the quirky complete failures, the Atari Jaguar. Probably not as big a failure as the 32X, but it still, you know, failed badly. This one for me really comes into the it's so crap it's fantastic category. The games on it, I mean the 32X, and I consider them to be very, very similar in terms of performance and game style. The 32X games are quite slick, at least the ones done specifically by Sega. The Jaguar games, whoever they're made by, are almost entirely appalling. But I like that. They're so odd and wrong, and they're so wrong they're fantastic, which puts this up there in my top 3 quirky, odd failures. Maybe it's just because I'm English. You know, we love the underdog, and I absolutely do. In any contest, fight, battle, sport, whatever, I don't think about it, I just invariably end up supporting the underdog, and the Atari Jaguar is most definitely one of those. And of course, top game for the Jaguar, oh, no contest, Tempest 2000, Jeff Minter, absolutely mental. Alien vs Predator, well, it rates very highly in some quarters, but I personally don't really enjoy it that much. But what do I know, eh? I'm not going for the nostalgia vote. I'm not going for the quirky complete failure but really like it kind of thing. In the end, what I'm choosing my favourite systems based on is how much I use them or have used them, which ones have I had the most fun with over the years. And some of you might be surprised by my choices and some of you might not, but here goes. First up, this. It's my Commodore Amiga 1200. Now, I'm not saying top system is the Amiga, or one of my top systems is the Amiga. It has to be this Amiga. Built it myself, you know, put all the bits in it, expanded it the whole lot. So it pretty much kicks ass. You can get them more powerful, but anyway, I've got a video specifically about this system. So if you want to know more about it, you can go and watch that. I'll add a link somewhere probably if I can be bothered. Spent way too much time playing with this. Probably broke up with more than 1 to probably 3 girlfriends through spending too much time on this. I should be ashamed, but I'm not. Top game for this, dead easy, no contest. Jeff Crammond's Formula 1 Grand Prix. And I still love that game. I don't spend that much time playing it anymore, but once I have done all these retro videos and have actually got more time for playing games rather than videoing them, I will play that one again quite a lot, I think. Top system number 2. This little beauty. Game Boy Advance SP. Now, I've got a DS, I've got a PSP. And you know what? I don't like them. You know, I've got 2 PSPs and I don't like them. I can't explain the sense in that. No, I can actually. Hello, Chester. What it comes down to, really, the PSP games are too big, too long, too involved to be any good for, like, when you're out on the bus. And if you're sitting at home, well, you might as well play a PS2 because the games are better. So where is the benefit? Why use a handheld? And the DS Lite, hate it. Touchscreen, I don't want to play my games with a stylus. I want to hammer the buttons. But you know what? The buttons are too damn small. You can't press one button without pressing one of the other ones, unless you've got fingers the size of, well, a baby's, really. I mean, I've got small hands. I've got small, delicate little fingers, yeah. And they're too big to play the DS. Nintendo should really stop and ask themselves, you know, I know it's aimed at kids, largely, but adults like to play games too, or have they forgotten? And the buttons are too small, too close together, basically useless. I'm going to say top handheld Game Boy Advance. I won't, probably SP, but, you know, I'll just say Game Boy Advance and not be too fussy about which one, really. Top game for this, after a little bit of thought, Mario Kart Super Circuit. It is just the most fun you can have on the go, as far as I'm concerned. Top system for me, what's it gonna be? Actually, all those of you who are really retro, old is best, sod the new stuff, you're gonna be appalled, because my top system ever is that. PS3. Sorry if you're horrified, don't care. It is just the most absolute awesome system I have ever played. It is the dog's bollocks. I don't care if you're an Xbox fanboy, I don't care if you're a PC gamer, I don't care if you're one of these people who says retro only, all the new stuff is crap. Couldn't give a monkeys. This is the most absolutely bloody awesome game system I have ever played. Yes, you can make PCs that are more powerful if you want to spend all that time messing around, getting your hardware to work, not blow up, whatever, sorting out your drivers, spending umpteen £1,000, fine, you'll get better games. But, you know, I just want something I can turn on, stick a disc in and play. And this does. It's not just PS3, it's PS2, it's PS1. I've been a PlayStation fan since PlayStations came out, and this will play all of them. So, top game. Yeah, well, Gran Turismo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prologue, concept, and then the motorbike spin-off thing. What was that? Tourist trophy? I just don't need to say any more, really. That just leaves me to nominate 3 people to Gamertag. So, your favourite consoles, computers, whatever, favourite gaming systems, top 3, and top games for each of those. I'm nominating markvergeer, Richard, ReviewTechUSA, and GamingWithTheGirls. There you go. Top 3 gaming systems, top games for each. Get making those videos. Or not, if you don't feel like it. Thank you for watching.